guys, welcome back to my channel. So I had already recorded this video and realized my microphone was not working, so we are going to attempt it again. I have been making some junk journal jewelry. This is some dangles that will attach to the spine of my journals, and these, I love these. But this is not what we are going to make today. I'm just showing you these, and this one I have not finished yet. Those are not what we are going to be making today. What we are going to be making today are these mini tassels that I have attached to some of them. And this one is a little bit bigger tassel, but look how cute. This one is not finished yet, but it does have the tassel on it. And then some of the ones that I've made, I've used some tassels that I've purchased off of Amazon or Temu, and even getting them through there, they can be a little bit pricey, and I just don't really like them. So there's that. This is one I made here, but these are the ones we're going to be making today. And y'all forgive my hands, I've been doing alcohol ink and I cannot get it off. But aren't these adorable? So this is what we are going to make today, and let me show you the products that I use. First off, let me grab the thread that I use. And I purchased this at Hobby Lobby for $18.99. It is crochet thread, and I don't know how, it's all different colors. So that's, we're going to use that. I always have a needle with a little piece of just crochet thread ready. I use 2 clips. I use the bent nose pliers for my jump rings. Use whatever is more comfortable to use for you. I had my scissors and a fork. Yep, this is the key right here. So depending on the size of your fork, depends on the size of your tassel. So let's just get started. I'm going to use this one here. This is rose quartz. And what I'm going to do is find the end of it, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a different color, a contrast color on one part, because I want to show you how I have to do one part of it. So I'm just going to cut that and set that up there. Alright, so what I do is I just take my thread and I lay it on my fork. Let me see if I can zoom you guys in. Y'all please forgive my awful looking hands. So I just lay it on the fork like that right there. And then I wrap around, and so this is 1. And so for all of mine, I do 20 wraps. So we've got 1, let me get it tied again, it really don't matter. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And then I just go right back down to the bottom, and I'm just going to hold it, and I am just going to cut right there. Then I just take one of my little clips here, and I just clip this on because I can't hold on to with both hands. So then the little thread that I've got in the needle, I'm just going to take and put it in between the first and second prong. And so that way I'll gather this front section of my my thread. Okay. Then I'm just going to take and I'm just going to tie it. Just one single little tie because I just reuse my thread, and that's why I have the second clip down here. And so I will just kind of clip these two strings out of the way. And then I take my jump ring, and this is where it can get a little crazy because it's tedious, but it's worth it. And then I just go underneath that front section of the thread and bring it around. Now to close my jump ring, I actually use my fork to help me out, and so I press against the tine and I just kind of push against it and get it closed. And so now my jump ring is closed. Okay. Now I am going to take and I am going to turn my jump ring a little bit to where that opening is underneath. And now I can release this here, and I'm just going to take the needle and I am just going to get that piece of thread there and pull it to the side, and I'll reuse it. Now I'm going to release this here. And so now what I'll do is I'll just grab hold of that jump ring with my pliers, and then I just basically, I want to slide this off. And I use the pliers to get a good grip at that time. And I just want to slide it off of the fork. And so now I have it like this. Okay. So that's where normally I would use the same color. I would use the exact same thread that I was using. But so that you guys can see what I'm doing, I'm going to use a different color. So I'm just going to take and do a little loop like that. And I'm just going to lay that loop down beside my tassel. And then I'm going to leave a little piece of it hanging up above it. Then I'm going to take that other strand and I'm going to wrap 1, 2, and I try to go down below where I was wrapping. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'll set it down on my desk because I need to be able to grip it. And then I take that in, I hope you guys can see with my finger in the way, and I will thread this in back through that loop that I left. If I can get it in there. Come on, Betty Renfro. All right, so maybe, I hope you guys can see. So I've got it threaded through, and then I'm going to pull. Then I'm just going to go right up here, and I'm going to pull that little tail that I had left, and I'm going to pull it until my loop is completely disappeared. Now, I didn't have it done tight, and that's why it done that. So let's redo it. And I'm not going to cut this part out because these things happen, and you just have to deal with it. So let's try that again. And I may go ahead and use my coordinating thread since I already showed you guys the, let's see if I got that. I don't want to cut my tassel, that's why I'm trying to be very careful. Okay, so I'm going to use the pink thread now just so that I will be able to use this tassel. So let me just cut a piece of that pink thread. And so I'm going to loop it just like that. I'm going to put it up there, and then I'm going to wrap. So I'm going to go around. I normally try to do about 5 times. So 1, 2, and I try to pull it tight. 3, 4, 5. And then, like I said, I take, and this is where it can be a little harder, is because the thread is matching. It's harder sometimes to see which one, which loop it goes into. And then, so now I'm just going to pull, and I don't know if you guys can see the loop there. I'm going to pull until that loop disappears. And then once that loop disappears, I can just cut this off right there. Then I just take and I will go back here with my little scissors and I just cut the loops that we had left on my tassel. I just try to get them all cut. And then I have my tassel, and so now I just take my big scissors and I will just trim it up. And there you go. How cute is that? All right, let's do one more. Since I flubbed up on that one, let's do a yellow. So this is the thread that I was using, that I had in my needle, and I'm just going to reuse it because I've actually put glue on one end of it so that it makes it easier to go through my needle. And so I'm just going to put it through, maybe. Oh my goodness. Even with the glue, I'm having a hard time. I'm so sorry, guys. It's just one of them days. There we go. And you may not even need a needle and thread to put your string through, but I know that I do, so that's why I like to use it. This one is Gold Dust. All right. And so I am going to cut me off a piece to use for my wrapping, and I'm cutting it quite a bit longer than what I need. And then again, I'm getting my fork. I'm going to put it down like this, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now you can do it more or less, but with me doing 20, I know that every one of mine are going to come out to be the same size, and that's what's important for me. Then I'm going to clip it down so that I don't have to have my hand holding onto it. I'm going to take my needle, go through that first and second tine, pull that thread through. Then I am going to just tie a single little knot. And I do that just to get all of the yarn together. And then just trying to see the best way that I can loop it around to keep that knot tight. I guess the way I have been doing it's probably as good as any. So I'm just going to do it like that. And then pull down. And then I'm going to clip so that it'll hold it for me. And then I am going to get my jump ring. And I already have my jump rings open. It just makes it a little easier for me. Then I'm going to take and go through that first set of cotton thread. Then I'm going to use the fork to press against to help me close my jump ring, maybe. So I'm just going to, well, it's not wanting to do it right now because I think I opened that jump ring too wide. So there we go. And then I'm just going to close my jump ring just like that. Then I'm going to flip it around because I want that open spot underneath. I'm going to release this, and I'm just going to use the needle to loosen that string up right there. Then I'm going to release this, and then I'll normally kind of hold on to that with my pliers just until I can get it, and I can see that it's not. Okay, and then once I can get it loosened, I'll just go ahead and slide it off of the jump ring. Sorry for all that noise. All right, or slide it off the fork, I should say. And so here we go. And so again, I'm just going to take that piece of string that I had cut. I am going to lay it down like that. I want a loop on it. Then I'm going to take that long one and I'm going to wrap 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you want to wrap from the top down. And then once I've got it wrapped, I'm going to take that end and I'm going to put it in that loop that I left. And I'm going to pull that. Now, hopefully you guys can see the loop as it disappears. I'm going to pull on this cord and you see that loop is disappearing. And so I'm just going to pull tight and pull it on up in there. And so once I've done that, all I have to do now is clip that. And then I just take my scissors and I clip the loops on the tassel, which I probably don't even have to clip the loops if I just, you know, cut it, but I don't know, I'm a creature of habit, so once I do something one way, that's pretty much the way I continue to do it. And then I'm just going to cut, and there's another tassel. And so you can make it longer or shorter based on, you know, your project, what you're wanting to do. And I try to keep it even and neat, but you know, sometimes I can't do that. All right, guys, so let me know what you think. Let me know if this is something that, I'm making all kinds of racket, if this is something that you will be doing. And stay tuned because we will make some of the junk journal spine jewelry because I've had a lot of requests for that. So yeah, there you go, guys. Let me know what you think and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.